Hello, good morning to all. Today we have to study about the understanding of rotary pumps where is used in a hydraulic system. Also it's called as a hydraulic rotary pumps. In our previous lecture we have to study about the many more types of the hydraulic pumps like as a gear pump, internal gear, external gear pump, lobe pump, G rotor or generated rotor pump, screw pumps and unbalanced when pump. We have to continue in our this lecture. The next pump for this is a variable displacement pump. Introduction. What is the rotary hydraulic pump? We have already discussed in our last video. Here you can understand from this part 1 video and given by the I at the corner side of the information button. You can click here and understand about the what is the rotary hydraulic pump, why we have to using a hydraulic pump, and the discussion about the pump. We have to continue in this next slide. Is the variable displacement when pump. This pump consists of a cylindrical rotor with radial slot inside a reaction ring. This figure is mentioned for a variable displacement vane pump. It consists of number of vanes are given inside the pump. There is a main structure. We have to mention about the drawings. The main structure is here. This inner side a variable ring, and this yellow shade are called as a vane. This adjusting screw, how many portion of we have to require for outlet at the flow, means we have to require a higher flow, then we have to its expand, and we have to require a lower flow, then we have to compress. That's the inner side of the vane. Vanes are inserted in the radial slot. These vanes are inserted in the radial slot. The one side is considered as a inlet portion, and another side we have to consider for a outlet side in the our next portion. As the rotor rotates, the size of the pockets goes on increasing on the sides. This side is considered we have to as a left side. Here, this side the volume of this portion are increasing. This side volume are increasing and this side of volume are decreasing. At the increasing side of the volume, this portion are called as a suction side. This yellow shade are called as a suction side. And here the volume of the vane between the pockets are decreasing. This area of portion is called as a discharge side. As the rotor rotates, the size of pockets goes on increasing on the left side and reducing on the right side. This causes suction of oil at the left side and delivery of oil at the right side. Here this right side is a delivery area and this is the left side portion is called as a suction area. Increasing and decreasing size of the pockets by the when adjusting provided by to vary this side. This is the adjusting screw. This portion is a adjusting screw. If you have to move inside, like you want to draw drawing, if you have to move this screw inside the when internal ring vane are compressed and it's create a low area and decreasing the flow rate. If you have to move this existing screw at the outer side, if the circular ring is got expand and it's give a higher pocket size between the two vent, so it's create a higher discharge. It's depend on the users how many area required for giving a outlet, means the requirement of flow outlet. By changing this offset, we can change the pocket size, and by the changing the pocket size and discharges can vary. So variable discharge can possible from this the pump. So its name is a variable displacement pump. variable displacement pump, and we have to use in a vent. So the name is a variable displacement vent pump. Some of the oil leakage between vent casing and vent end. Some of the liquid slight maybe a slip between the one pocket to another pocket. It may be how to say as a volumetric efficiency is 95%. 5% of the liquid can pass between the gap of vent end and casing ring, so that the volumetric efficiency is 95%. This type of these pumps is give a continuous output. The next pump is balanced vent pump. This is also a type of the vent pump, but is a balanced vent pump. In our previous lecture, we have to study unbalanced vent pump because of the center of the rotor are not fixed at the center, so that the this type of the pump called as a unbalanced vent pump. Here, the center of the rotor are balanced from the both sides. This green line represent the inlet side, and the yellow line is represent the outlet side, means discharge. Rotation for given this pump is a clockwise direction. In this type of the pump, two inlet and two outlet are employed. Due to this, the equal and opposite sides trusted get a balance, and hence this type of the pumps give a better service and longer life. Here this when are run by the any external prime movers, and when are rotating circulars. This position are mentioned when to mention by colors. This when are mentioned as a fully open when, and this when are mentioned as a closed when, means this is area is a decreasing side and here area is a increasing side. This decreasing side area means give the pressurized fluid out from the outlet side. That the fluid pressurized fluid goes out, and the here is a increasing area. This mentions that the it's create a vacuum inside the pump, and the working fluid suck from the suction line or inlet and enter into the vent pump. As per the rotational of rotor can rotate, and the size of pocket goes on increasing on one side and reducing on another side. Here, this portion are mentioned. The size of pocket are increasing, and here is this also the size of pocket are decreasing. Means there is a one is a inlet and another is a outlet. These are continuously working on both side of the both inlet and both outlet, so pump can smoothly run and get output from the balance side. The next pump is a straight axis piston pump. Is the figure mentioned is that straight axis piston pump. Here, this is the gray color rotational is a straight axis when we have to give the external prime mover through rotational in a plate. This is the single acting like as a reciprocating pump in a both side. These are two piston cylinder block arrangement are arranged in this pump. Here is a inlet and here is a outlet. This center portion are called as a inlet on a both piston cylinder arrangement, and there is both are outlet from this the piston cylinder arrangement. This waste plate are not fully rotating, which the here is the circular round shape are mentioned the working of single acting piston cylinder arrangement in and outside. It consists of a cylinder block with a axial bore. Here is a axial bore are inserted. The piston are inserted in this bore. Here is a this piston are inserted in this bore. And the other end, the piston is connected to a shoe. Here, this piston is connected to a shoe and plate with a shoe joint. Here is a plate which directly connected to a piston. This portion is called as a bore area. Means this portion called as a bore area, where we call as also a cylinder. This called as a piston, and this called as a spring for given a return back to a piston. Here the plate are directly connected to a piston. In a straight axis piston pump, the cylinder block is fitted onto the piston casing side. The axis of rotation and rotating cylinder block and the drive shaft are same. The axis for the rotating cylinder. This is the axis for a rotating cylinder, and the piston cylinder arrangement are parallel to a main rotational shaft. So it's called as a straight axis piston pump. The shoe plate is mounted on the swash plate. Here the shoe plate is mounted on the swash plate. This called as a swash plate. These portion are called as a swash plate, which is fixed at the angle to a axis of rotation. The angle of swash plate can be varied to change the discharge. This called as a angle. This is the swash plate angle. It can be vary as per the requirement our discharge outlet. When the shaft is rotated, it causes the cylinder block rotate. The shoe plate will also rotate with it, causes the pistons to reciprocate in the bore. Half rotation of the cylinder block causes the suction of oil into the bore, and the next half rotation of the causes as a discharge. This portion are called as a half portion. It's me suction, and this half portion called as a discharge to a complete rotation. So it's give a continuous output of the pump. There are number of piston cylinder arrangement. We can arrange two, more than two, like as a 8, 12 number of such bore, which are continuously performing suction and discharge in a proper order. Here the pump discharge is very smooth and continuous because of the number of piston cylinder arrangement and continuously work in a inlet and outlet with complete order. So it's give a continuous and smooth output from the pump. What is the function for swash plate? Here the we have to mount a swash plate. This is a swash plate. The function of swash plate is used to change the discharge of pump. If you have to require higher discharge, moderate discharge, or low discharge, we can change the angle by the swash plate to vary the control of output discharge. By changing the angle of swash plate, we can change the stroke length and hence the discharge. When swash plate is perpendicular to the pump action, the discharge is zero. If you have to give swash plate in a perpendicular to a connecting shaft, there is a no input and no output, means the discharge is zero. Discharge increasing with the increasing in swash plate angle from perpendicular to pump axis. You have to increasing angle of this swash plate from this connecting shaft to a swash plate angle. It's give a higher discharge output. This is a normal working animation file for a straight axis piston pump. Both inlet and both outlet are simultaneously working. The next pump is a bent axis piston pump. Here is a bent axis piston pump. In a bent axis piston pump is normally to a straight axis piston pump. It consists a cylinder block with a axial bore piston inserted into this bore, but the sway plate here is the straight axis piston pump. Here is a bent axis piston pump. Sorry for that. We have to go on previous slide. This type of the pump, the main axis of the cylinder is bent. Here the sway plate and the axis of this piston arrangement is given in a bend condition. This type of the pump, the shaft is rotated, it causes the cylinder block to rotate and screw plate will also rotate with it. Causes of this piston in the bore in reciprocating motion. Here the axis of cylinder block is bent. We have to put this is the axis of cylinder is bent to a sway plate. This is the sway plate. And the axis of cylinder is bent. So it's called a bent axis piston pump. The next is a stationary cylinder radial piston pump. Here the cylinder is stationary and radial piston pump. In this type of the pump, it consists of a stationary cylinder block. The cylinder block are stationary, it cannot move from its place, in which there is a 5 cylinder are arranged in a coplanar with equal angle between them. We have to put some color. This is the first cylinder, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4 and cylinder 5. The 5 cylinder are not moving from its place, means it are stationary. These cylinder blocks are a 5 piston arrangement are connected with a single arranged coplanar with equal. The angle between the two cylinder is are same for on 5 cylinder and connected to a coplanar condition. Totally, there are 5 piston, one reciprocating inside each cylinder. This each cylinder are reciprocating into the cylinder. All piston are connected to a single crank. This is the crankshaft are connected to a single piston arrangement and individually connected rod as shown in a figure. These are individually connected and these all are piston rod are connected to a single position. The all suction valve are connected to a single suction pipe and all delivery pipe are connected to a single delivery pipe. Means individually all the piston cylinder arrangements give a individual input and individual output. When the shaft is rotated by means of the prime mover, the piston reciprocate in the cylinder and perform suction and delivery of the liquid in sequence. This is the center point. We have to giving a externally prime movers means as a rotational speed to this coplanar mechanism. The all piston arrangement are working performs and continuously suction and continuously delivery at in a sequence. The pump discharge is smooth and continuous. Here the pump discharge is smooth and continuous for this type of the piston pump. This called as a stationary cylinder and radial piston pump. This is the animation working file so you can understand. Here we do completed the positive displacement type of the pump. The pump is a in we have to discuss the external gear pump, internal gear pump, lobe pump, G-rotor pump, and screw pump in a part 1 of hydraulic rotary pump. In the part 2, we have to study the balanced vane pump, variable displacement pump, straight axis piston pump, bent axis piston pump, and stationary cylinder piston pump. Okay, thank you.